Any ideas what knife this is? Listen to the speed. Yes, I have reviewed it. Hall of Fame OTF blade, tactical blade. If you said Benchmade Infidel, you are correct, sir. Good guess. Yeah, this is a WRV. We'll get to it, but first and foremost, I'm going to put some background blades on the table. Do you guys like it when I do that? I sure do. Some eye candy. Oh, I love this knife. It's expensive. It really is. Is it worth it? It is to me. It is. That's my tactical EDC, and just a little bit of insight, and then I have a Piranha Model 1, also an auto, with a ground clip that I did, and it is my utility blade, more or less. And this is getting out of hand at this point. Yeah, we'll get to the watch. Trust me. And then I have my Sheffield utility knife for heavy cardboard cutting. It's how I roll, dude. So if we run into each other and I do a gear check and I ask you, hey, what blades you think I'm carrying, this would be a very good guess right here, because I get in these ruts. I just don't want to change it out. So this trio has been my carry for a long time. Well, 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, so many cool things to talk about. And this is one of them. This is, by the way, not really a knife channel, not a gun channel. It is a gear adventure channel, TNP. That's what you're watching for. So I go out in the world and I look for Hall of Fame gear, preferably high value, that most of my audience can afford. That's the preponderance of what I do. Now, when we go to watch reviews, guys are like, hey, you need to review Breitling. You need to review Rolex. Maybe I'll do it just for fun someday, but you know what percentage of my viewers would be able to go out and just throw down 10K on a watch? Not many. However, there are a lot that can go out and spend $76 on the Casio GD350, which I think looks like a DeathStar watch. Doesn't it? Look at that. It looks so stormtrooperish. It's just cool. Without any silly Star Wars logos on it. It's just, I don't know. Looks like it came out of a Star Destroyer, Death Star. This is a favorite mid-level Casio watch for me. It is, for a lot of different reasons. And I actually ran into a woman wearing one of these. And I asked her about it. I was like, that's a cool watch. And, you know, since I kind of know the Casio line these days, I said, that's a GD350. She's like, I don't know what the name of it is, but I sure love it. My husband bought it for me. I'm like, that's a big chunky watch for a little gal. And she had thin arms, thin wrists, and she was rocking this thing. And she, like a lot of women, love the bigger watches. It is a fashion thing that a lot of women are doing, especially with the G-Shocks. You'll see some women all the time rocking G-Shocks. It looked good. I was like, that looks cool. She's like, I love it. And it has the stabilizers underneath the band here, so it actually fit her. And she wasn't complaining about it. I mean, she had some strap left over on her thin wrist, but hers was pretty banged up too. I mean, she'd been using it for like 2 years. She loved it. And I said, do you have more G-Shocks? We kind of talked about some other stuff. She's like, yeah, I got some Lady G-Shocks, but I like this one. Just a big watch, and she digs it. So I guess if we're talking philosophy of use, Death Star, yep. If you're a Death Star troop, if you want to be in regulation, you'd be wearing this. A ladies' watch, absolutely. And as far as the men's application goes, military. All day long. I think this is a great military watch. One, the color, which is a simple and classic and handsome gray. Look at that. So it will be in compliance with your regulation. It's not too loud. It doesn't call overt attention to itself, undue attention to itself. The GD350. I think this is the Dash 8 model. Yep, GD350 Dash 8. 2.6 ounces. Oh my gosh, that's light. Very light. You'll see that with a number of Casio watches. We've talked about that. They look like they would be heavy, not so much. And no, Casio isn't the only one. There's some other ones. But for the specialness, for the price you're paying, I think it's up there. You know, you can go with an Armatron. And I have an Armatron review done. I haven't posted it because I don't think anybody will like it. I'll post an Armatron review and they'll go, oh, Armatron sucks. No, it doesn't suck. Armatron is fine. It's a great watch. Is it as cool as a Casio? It just depends. Everybody has such varied Taste, who knows? Philosophy of use, cop watch, military, EDC all day long. It's just, it can be a beater watch because it is G-Shock with a highly recessed mineral crystal. You won't get sapphire at this price, no way. But just like all G-Shocks, look, this is what's going to take the brunt of the damage. Super excellent. I think the gray is the only coloration I've seen. If I find out different, I'll roll in some shots. Either way, I'll probably still roll in some screenshots from the Casio website, which I like. The Casio website is excellent. I wish all manufacturers had a website as good as Casio's and as good as Victorinox's watch website. Just clean presentation, good pictures, all the specifications, easy to navigate. Can you customize this one? Probably not. The band is proprietary. It's notched right here. It does have a screw-through lug. It's not a spring-loaded lug. It's probably going to have to take the same GD350. The Casio guys may know of a different band you could put on this one. There might be a whole form thread out there. I didn't search that out, by the way. Notice the buttons in contrast are like that deep navy blue. I don't know if that's coming across too well. It's just a cool looking watch. It's manly. It's technical looking. For 76 bucks, dude. Size, weight, comfort, sweat factor, strap retention. That's time we talk about that stuff super quick. The strap is excellent. It's a resin strap. I think the keeper is okay. It will slide off once in a while. It's definitely not as secure as, I don't know, your Apple Series 2. This is an aftermarket silicone band, and look at how that tucks in there. It just works great. I love Apple Series 2 watches. They're excellent. But they're not as cool as swapping your regular watches out every day. They're just not. Proprietary band, high sweat factor because it is kind of blocky. Has a big presentation, a big back on it. And as you can see, we're talking module 3403. You can look that up if there's a certain feature I missed. I just take it off, let the wrist air out once in a while. That's a downside to wearing a big watch. You guys know that. Let's go into features super quick. So one thing I absolutely love about the GD350 over several other purely digital watches, including the entire Casio lineup, there's others that do this too, the big time and date. Those are big numerals, man. So it takes up most of the screen. We have a seconds countdown there for cool, and we have a function indicator here, so these will light up with blocks of LED filled in when you have that select, like an alarm or something, or a timer going. But look at this. This whole portion here is so legible. I love the aqua green on this module for the day and date. It's always there. We don't have to push another button, and that is what we need out of our watches. One of the downsides on the Apple Series 2 that a lot of times I'm carrying stuff and my watch won't come on. It happens all the time. This I can just glance at and notice that at all angles it's legible. This positive LCD display. So cool. And then we go into features real quick. World time is excellent because it's dual slewable. Look at this. So I can go back and forth to world time. Excellent. There's a way to access, I think, UTC. It's a shortcut. Look in the manual. Then we go here to alarm. I'm setting it to how it's going to go off. So daily, one time, like that. I think that will set it off so we can just hear it real quick. Yep. I was going to sleeve the other ones. There's your stopwatch. There's your timer. And the timer is actually accessible as well from the normal time screen. I will try to show that to you. So that's it. So let me see. I think if I press and hold this, yeah, it starts a timer. So that's kind of cool. If you are someone that uses a stopwatch function frequently, so you're in the home time screen display and then you can see your timer. I think to start and stop, but I could be wrong, you actually have to go to the timer and then you'll stop here, reset with that. I have it set to 55 minutes just for a heck of it. It has daylight savings time auto function, which is super cool. We're going into the setting mode. This is UTC offset. And I have DST set to off, on. I think I lied. I thought I had an auto setting. Maybe it doesn't. Off and on is all I'm seeing. Don't! Day, date, all that stuff. No tide function. There's your lighting duration, so 3 seconds. And then will it flash when the alarm goes off or timer goes off? Back to the offset. Legibility again is just phenomenal. This is your illumination button. Let's check it out. Oh, that's not too bad. Again, I have it set for 3 seconds. Look at the legibility again of the GD350. It is superb on the DeathStar watch. Noise is non-existent. What I'm talking about is anything that would distract from you getting the important information off it. That is day and date, says me. Durability will be phenomenal. Low maintenance. It is a quartz watch. It's not solar powered, so eventually you're going to have to replace the battery. How long will that last? Probably around 2 to 3 years. I asked that gal wearing the GD350. She says she's running on 3 years without swapping the battery off. But she does use other watches, and she doesn't use the alarm function very often or the light function. I think it does have an auto function for the light. I could be off that on that, meaning that you tilt your wrist and the light will come on. So many watches, so hard to remember. Waterproof to 200 meters, so it's a 20 bar watch. Dive capable. Could be really a dive watch, this one. There's your 20 bar rating on the back. Quick look at the back while we're here. Focus, focus. There it is. Review sticker on the back. Accuracy is going to be about 15 seconds per month. Bang factor is high. It's a big watch. I talked about that. No competitive options. Just for time length, I'm going to just leave it with a GD350. Go into my playlist. I am putting more and more watch reviews out. In all price levels, most will be under $100. A couple will be above $100. I doubt very often I'll go above $400. But the GD350 has the important functions that most people need. It doesn't have ABC, altimeter, barometer, compass. Most people don't use that. It has the basics. And it comes in a very good-looking, technical, DeathStar-y gray presentation for cheap. Link in the bottom of where I got it. Recommended. High likability. See you.